Thank you, Justin, and welcome back. Yeah, I used to look a lot younger and had dark hair, and then we had Brexit. So, ladies and gentlemen, a warm welcome from everyone at SMMT to our International Summit for 2023. Now, 2023 is a year of anniversaries. It's the 50th anniversary of Concorde's maiden Atlantic flight, a fantastic feat of innovation and European collaboration. The 75th anniversary of the founding of the NHS, our most vital public service. And the 40th anniversary of Blackadder. And whatever you thought about Baldrick, at least he had a plan. For that is what our UK industry needs, a proper plan. The automotive industry in this country is as resilient as it is innovative. We coped with Brexit, we got through COVID, now we face spiraling inflation, interest rate rises, a cost of living crisis. And like the Concorde pioneers, we are capable of great innovation. But we need collaboration to make the best of it. Our ambition is not just survival. We want to lead, we want to prosper, to thrive, and do so in a time of profound transition as we as an industry, a country, a planet, seek to stop climate change. Now, the government has set us tough targets, and we're committed to meeting them. But to do so, we need this government and the next to set the conditions that make 2030 a springboard to prosperity. We have risen to every challenge. Now our policymakers must rise to their challenges. Now, I'm not theological or dogmatic about this. I don't care whether it's called industrial competitiveness, activism, or dare I say it, an industrial strategy. We just know we need it, and we need it urgently. So today, we announce 5 pledges that we want this government or the next to adopt. It's not party political. We'd like all parties to adopt them. It is our manifesto, and it should be part of theirs. So, what are they? First of all, a green automotive transformation strategy. Secondly, net zero mobility for everyone. Third, the right skills for that greener future. A trade strategy that gives us the freedom to trade our products around the world, and affordable, clean energy. And unlike a resignation honours list, none are to be dropped, blocked, or delayed for a by-election. Now, the prize for delivering these pledges is massive. It's close to £106 billion by the end of the next Parliament if plants can win the new EV models, ramp up production to meet global demand. So a win for the next government, a win for the country, and a win for our industry and the well-paid, highly skilled jobs we support. But to secure this prize, we need the right conditions, the right strategy. So what does a green automotive transformation strategy look like? It must enable innovation. It must attract investment, secure the manufacturing of green technologies in the UK, scale up our supply chain, drive more zero-emission cars, vans, trucks, taxis, and buses onto our roads, and ensure our aftermarket is ready and able to service them. We've had some success already. Since 2011, more than £11 billion has been invested in UK EV and battery production, but that needs to be the start. We need to do more. We're in the middle of the most fiercely competitive investment landscape of a generation. The US has set aside $2 trillion in net zero funding for the automotive and energy sectors for energy semiconductor manufacturing. The EU is responding in kind. We're not in the same ballpark. We need to get into the ball game. We need a UK response, and we need it urgently. So we must use every policy, every fiscal and regulatory lever to make the UK the most attractive place to invest. Now, every political party talks of the jobs that will be created by a move to the green economy, but we need the skills to fulfill those jobs. We need to develop future talent today. So more STEM education in schools, better training, and a dynamic immigration system that attracts rather than shuts out global talent. This will allow us to build and maintain the products. But where will we sell them? We need access to global markets, tariff-free access for British-made vehicles and batteries and green technologies. And automotive and advanced manufacturing must be at the very heart of the UK trade policy, and that policy must be at the very heart of our industrial policy. So trade policy should secure vital supplies raw materials by ensuring the UK's important new partnerships are with mineral-rich countries like Australia, Canada, and Indonesia, making sure that they're delivered on the ground. We must create the best possible conditions for remanufacturing in the circular economy and a modern border customs framework that facilitates smooth, cost-effective trade. Remember, we export 80% of the vehicles we make. More than half of them still go to the EU. And that EU trade in UK-built electric and hybrid cars was worth £5.6 billion last year, twice the value of trade in internal combustion engines. So there's huge potential for growth. That growth is now at risk from tariffs, the perfect example of the importance of having supportive trading conditions. Now, to power this growth, we need affordable, sustainable, reliable energy. Automotive energy costs are significantly higher than our European competitors. Electricity costs are 100% higher. So we need to increase programs that enable industrial transformation and decarbonisation. The Industrial Energy Transformation Fund, climate change agreements are two good examples of that. The energy playing field must be levelled. It is similar with infrastructure. Now, you'll have probably read Rowan Atkinson was an early adopter of an electric car, but he now says that he was potentially duped. I hope we can all prove him wrong. But there is no doubt we need to deliver the public charging network consumers need and at the speed demanded. We must ensure that everyone has the right to charge. That means every stakeholder working together. It means mandating the delivery of reliable, affordable charging right across the UK. Removing every barrier, overhauling old school planning regulations, reinforcing the grid, unleashing the investment that we know is there and waiting. We need a fair system of motoring taxation that provides long-term certainty and affordability to consumers, incentives to help them make the switch, and a zero-emission mandate that delivers, that maintains choice, the choice that the consumers want at prices they can afford. Ladies and gentlemen, the automotive industry is a source of national pride, of economic necessity. We rise to every challenge. So these 5 challenges to government and all our political parties are deliverable if they have the political will. And they are vital if we are to turn our obligations to the planet into opportunities for our industry. So a green growth strategy, the right skills, the freedom to trade globally, affordable clean energy, the right to charge. We're not asking for handouts, we're asking for ambition. Create the conditions for automotive to prosper, and we'll create the conditions for the UK to prosper. We're as vital to the nation's manufacturing future as the NHS is to the nation's health. So to our policymakers, match our ambition, give us the tools, work with us to fulfill our potential. I said 2023 is a year of anniversaries, like every other year. But let's make 2023 a year to be remembered for the right reasons. One that turned the targets of 2030 into the opportunities of this year, 24 and beyond. We have the innovation, the people, the creativity. We need government, whichever government we have, to work with us and for us. We just need that plan, and one more cunning than Baldrick's. Thank you very much.